traveling to Bandy's.
Which is our next pick. Dave, go ahead. Please.
I'm taking Bandy's. I mean, number 2 seed in the playoffs.
We're already 10-1.
Yeah, 10-1. I mean, I don't see it being a problem, and just really moving on and
Look for the next
looking at next game against Newton Conover.
The thing I will say about Newton Conover Bandy's is this week they will find out where their weaknesses are, because you don't want to get caught looking ahead saying I'm going to play them. That's why these games are important. That's why you can't look too far ahead.
I think Bandy's will take it.
But Bandy's in this one, guys.
Oh, yeah. Next up, we have a surprise 3A. Charlotte Harding squeaked in there and made the playoffs. They're playing Lenore High Brighton. How do you see anything for the number 1 seed?
I have been so impressed with High Brighton this year. They look like they could be any 4A team right now, in my opinion. But they are going to win 3A, in my opinion. And for state, I've got them, pretty much locked up. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I believe Lenore High Brighton's going to have an easy one against Harding and move on.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, Lenore High Brighton, very, very talented.
Jumping down to 3AA, we have Crest playing Northeast Guilford. Like I said, Crest kind of been reeling, coming into the playoffs, but playoffs, begins a new season. Maybe they can get it back together and make a little bit of run and be, that team that Crest has always been. People fear, in the playoffs. I mean, I couldn't tell you last time I've seen Crest be a 13th seed coming to the state playoffs. So I mean, that kind of tells you kind of where they're falling, towards the end of the year. I mean, like I said, though, with the beginning of the new season, basically, out here in playoff, maybe they can turn around and come to that team again that's always been feared, in the playoffs.
So who are you going with?
I'm going to take Crest, man. That's my upset special. Crest has got the experience always, coaching experience for the playoffs. I mean, Guilford finished up 8-3. Crest 6-4, something like there. I just think Crest, turning around and realizing now it's the playoffs. It's, win or go home. You can win or you can come sit on the couch with us, enjoy some Lay's potato chips, and got all the beverages you want. They can either join the big couch or they can keep playing. I think they're going to keep playing.
I like Northeast Guilford in this one just because of the fact they're at home and the way Crest has been playing lately. Had they didn't, win their last game, then maybe I feel a little bit better about this. Sorry, Crest. I just think that this could be it's going to be a good close one, I think. But I think that Guilford pulls it out at home.
Well, I think I'm going to go David pick Crest myself. Crest has had a tough schedule, and the quality teams they played during the season. So, what the heck? Let's pick Crest.
He's a smart man. He's following the man that went 10-0.
Yeah, okay.
He followed you last time.
Yeah, you saw what that got me. No,
yeah, exactly. All right. Also in the 3AA Western bracket, we have Ashbrook, who squeaked into the playoffs with that win over Hunter Huss at the end of the year. They're taking on South Point. How do you see that one, Michael?
The way that Ashbrook has been playing these last 2 games, they believe that they can win this game. I definitely think that they will stay in the game for a while, but South Point just has too many weapons. I just like South Point, especially at home. Big crowd, rivals. I mean, South Point.
Yeah, I would agree. South Point, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll go with South Point also. I mean, I just don't see. I mean, they've not really had any hiccups. They've been playing good. Ashbrook's turned their season around a little bit there at the end, but I think, they're still coming up right now against a team that's ready to keep moving on and everything else. Then you have Weddington at Forest View. Weddington's got a great quarterback. Forest View's got a great running game, good defense. Anything Weddington can do against Forest View, or you think Forest View just going to roll in this one?
They're going to try to stop Kevin Jeter. But I think Kevin Jeter takes this offense and they win at least maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I would agree. Forest View will win that game. It's just hard to stop a team like Forest View at this point in the season and rolling like they are. Yeah, I think Forest View will win this one.
Yeah, I got Forest View also, and I see them moving on to play, South Point in that second round of the state playoffs. All right, and then 4A, Also, we have one we about forgot about was East Gaston at actual AC Reynolds. See anything East Gaston can do against Reynolds, or you think it's pretty much all Reynolds in this one?
This is actually going to be my upset special because I like the run game lately of East Gaston. I think that that has been a big bruiser. I know Asheville's got some good big old mount boys, but I think he can hang with them, and I think that they can give him enough space and time, blocking lanes, and he can get it done.
I'm taking Reynolds. I don't know why. I'm just taking Reynolds. I have no idea. East Gaston messed me up last time, so I'll just take Reynolds this time.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Reynolds. I mean, you're talking about Asheville, big bruising team. Went 9-2. Yeah, I just think they have a little something to stand up to that big running attack. Then down for the big boys, we got the 4AA. You got West Charlotte going to try the unseat Butler, but I mean, after seeing Butler last week, that offense, their defense, like I said, picking off, having 4 interceptions and a fumble, so 5 total, turnovers. They probably going to finish at 5 total turnovers. I just don't see much West Charlotte can do against Butler in this one.
Yeah, Butler. The only thing Butler has to worry about is themselves and being overconfident and overlooking. Like we talked about earlier, some of these teams might get caught, thinking about the next round. But now Butler's focused, and they'll finish.
Yeah, Butler will win. West Charlotte's not the West Charlotte of old.
No, they're not.
Butler, yeah.
Also, you got Huntersville Hopewell taking on Charlotte, Mallard Creek.
A good game. I don't know how to pick this one. I think that I've heard good things from both teams. I'm interested to hear.
Oh, I'm definitely taking Mallard Creek right here. Their quarterbacks, had a very, very good year. Great year, really. So, I mean, he led that team. Their only loss is to an independent team, like I said earlier, on a failed 2-point conversion. So, I mean, every other game Mallard Creek's played that, been there, they took teams and beat them. And so I got Mallard Creek all the way here.
Yeah, I would take Mallard Creek.
I just think that this game could be one of those games that could be closer than expected. I like Mallard Creek, especially home field always has a lot to do with it, even though they tell you it doesn't. But in high school, it means everything. So I think Mallard Creek, and a closer one.
And then our last game of the week, of course, would be the East Forsyth versus Independence. And me, I'm definitely going Independence. I mean, granted, they turned the ball over last week, but they still only lost by 7 points. They were right there towards the end of the game. Actually caused a fumble, got the ball back, and then turned it right back over. So. But Independence, as long as they're not looking too far ahead to the next week against Mallard Creek and that matchup, I see Independence taking this one easy also and setting up the big rematch between Mallard Creek and Independence.
Yeah, I'd take the big eye after last week's game against Butler.
Yeah.
I would not want to be East Forsyth. Independence is bad. They they know or thought they should have won that game against Butler. Coach Knotts will have them focused.
Oh yeah,
very, very focused. Yeah.
Coach Knotts will have those boys ready to play and could put some serious wood to East Forsyth. But that wrap it up for our picks this week. I will probably be another 13, 14-0, and this guy here, who knows what he'll be. But I'd like to thank you, Brian, again,
yes, sir.
for always having us here at City Lunch.
Yes, sir.
Where you get the best hot dogs in Lincoln County.
I hope so.
My opinion. Like them. Maybe even the state.
Hey, thank you.
But like I said, you can get that combo, $3 combo. Hot dog, hamburger, chips, drink, any day of the week.
And come on to the LinkedIn game. You can get them there, too.
And that will do it this week for the Prep Reporters. For always, you can check us out on ffnnetwork.com. And like I said, this week, get there and vote for the players of the year. Offensive, defensive, and player of the year. In the area.